Hey, how you doing, everybody? I'm back. Wow, talk about a prolific month of posting, huh? Yeah. So, number one, let's get this off the rip there. Big shout out to Rob, the Jersey Spyder. Great channel. He watches me, I watch him. It's a mutual watching binge. Makes great videos. He's not too far away from me, his neck of the woods in New Jersey. He's obviously in one of the more beautiful parts of New Jersey. In his last video, he mentioned where he rides is the true New Jersey, as opposed to what a lot of people think of when they fly into Newark, which is, I see exactly where he's coming from. And quite frankly, it's the same thing with New York. Everyone thinks that New York City, the outer boroughs, is New York. It's not. Long Island has the coastline that the Jersey Shore has, but upstate New York is really no different than upstate New Jersey. Beautiful, lots of trees, farms, yada yada yada. So, but like I said, I love his videos. Very inspirational. Which is what I'm going to talk about this time, because this video that actually posted 7 hours from the time I'm recording this one, and I just finished watching it. And what was he talking about was shifting. Okay, a couple of things he brought up. I personally believe that every Spyder is a little different. Where they like to be shifted, what gear they feel very comfortable in. Now, this is going to be a very subjective video. I'm not going to go into math and all this other crap. Number one, because I don't know it. But even when I was watching his videos and other Spyder riders, now, this is not a knock on anybody. Everyone rides their ride. I always found that if I was in a similar situation, my RPMs would be far higher than theirs. Like right now, I'm zipping down the highway. This lane is all messed up, so I shouldn't be in it. But, right now I'm doing 3,700 RPM at 63 miles an hour. There's no need to go to 6. And I'll be honest with you, my RPMs are actually kind of low for myself. So now I'm in 4th. I'm doing 63 miles an hour at 4,500. Now, the thing is this. I hope the wind noise isn't too bad. I do have the vents closed, so that makes this very hot helmet. The thing is this, if you look at the curve of your horsepower, your peak horsepower is higher up in the RPM band. So, like I said, this is a feeling. I feel that when the RPMs are higher, I have more response in my throttle. There's a reason why you don't pull out of the driveway in a manual in 6th gear, because you have no power. You really have to spool up that engine. Like I said, I personally, I feel like the higher my RPMs, the closer I am to the peak horsepower. And quite frankly, I might be getting this wrong. Like I said, this is just my intuition. It's not the speed, it's the of the vehicle, it's the RPMs. And this engine can spool up to some ridiculous number. I have never seen a red line or a yellow line on this thing, and I have forgotten to shift in several occasions in 1st gear. Yeah, so but I think it makes peak horsepower above, hovering around a little bit above 7,000 RPM. Now, obviously, the gear you're in and all that other junk probably has some effect on your fuel efficiency, but I don't give a shit about that. I really don't. And I hope you could see that. You can follow along. But, you know, now I want to go faster. I haven't shifted gears yet. I'm still in fourth. And I'm still going. And I can feel it pulling. It wants to pull. It's got the power to pull. So we're pulling. Like I said, it's, I hope I don't have to do a voiceover for this. But I'm on the highway, and I'm doing highway speeds. I'm in fourth gear. Now, I'll try to keep the... Now I'm in sixth gear at this speed. And it might be in my head, but it feels like I have to give more throttle to get more response in sixth gear. Like I said, I do not know if that's true or not. So this whole video might be irrelevant to you. Now, here's another thing, since I'm doing it. Okay, you gotta stop. If you are used to using the automatic braking, stop it. I'm getting off the highway. I'm doing 30 miles an hour in fifth gear. It just went to fourth. Now it's at 3. Now I'm at the stop sign. It's still in 2. Now it's in 1. So, the only time, this is all my opinion, like I said, unless you're doing something really dangerous or really stupid, and you're going to break your machine or break your body, I don't care. I don't care. It's you do you. But what I will tell you is that do not depend on the automatic braking. I think I could get to the other side through here. Okay? Automatic braking is really only good for coming to a stop. Okay? If you are definitely going to stop your vehicle, red light, stop sign. You see, these are the speed bumps I hate. Okay, sorry, distracted. Yeah, so when you are coming to a stop sign or red light or an emergency, obviously, feel free to let the computer downshift to first. Nothing wrong with that. That's, quite frankly, the only time you should be using it. Yeah, because like if you're on a highway and now you're entering traffic, it's going to keep you in whatever gear you're in. And quite frankly, in my experience, you know, you're zipping around in let's say sixth gear doing 60 miles an hour, and all of a sudden there's traffic and you got to slow down to, let's say, 50 or something. It's going to keep you in sixth gear. So if the traffic clears, you have an emergency, you're not going to have the response that you would had you manually dropped it into a lower gear. That's just my opinion. Okay. You know, if you know, the thing is this, people ride in all different places and situations. Being here in New York, this is definitely more urban, so there's a lot more shifting involved, because very frequently we're coming from a dead stop. Yes, you're allowed to go. What the Okay? So here in the urban environment, you have places where you could zip up and get going pretty fast, but you're going to have to stop immediately. Like, I'm racing to a, well, now it's a green light. Now, the RPM thing, it also depends on how I'm driving. Boy. Like in the places where, like I just mentioned, Rob, the Jersey Spyder, where he rides, this is very casual from what I see, obviously. So I keep it casual. I try not to shift that often. I don't try to accelerate that hard because, like I said, I'm trying to be leisurely. So I usually don't pay attention as much. You could say that I will try to find an RPM that's comfortable for the majority of the speed discrepancies. If I'm going fast or I'm going slow, usually like the Pine Barrens or something like that, backcountry. I would say probably about fourth gear is probably where I stay. Not too high, not too low, because that kind of backcountry riding is very casual to me. So don't worry about it. This urban stuff, you know, I hate to say it, but being urban makes you aggressive. It really does. It messes with your mind because you're surrounded by idiots. And everyone who's with you out here thinks you're an idiot. So, that's just the nature of the beast. And like I said, it's not that big a part of your day waiting for stuff like this, but it's very frustrating. And you know what? Can I do backcountry here? Maybe I can. Like I said, I'm not in a rush. I'm not like these people. I'm not trying to get home. So I am not in a rush. So let's see how these back roads are. This is the garbage train line. Yeah, New York City puts all their garbage in containers and they take them through New Jersey to parts unknown. The most dangerous place in the world, the DMV. Like, okay, I think I can get through here. I think so. I've been down this way in years. Okay, this goes through. So now this is a road where I don't really concern myself too much with what the bike's doing. Okay, I do not want to get concrete dust on anything. So, yeah, so riding through here, obviously first gear is probably a little bit too much. Second, probably spinning out a little too much too. So, yeah, 30 miles an hour in third gear feels okay. Yeah. And like I said, I could spool this third gear up if I have to go faster for whatever reason. So it's at 3100, so it's high enough to deal with whatever comes my way. Speed bumps. Now, Rob was talking about on his particular vehicle, I don't remember off the top of my head, but if I was going to paraphrase, I think he was trying to say his trike, his RT feels good in a particular gear. Like I took it to mean that his trike feels better in sixth gear than fifth gear. Yeah, that's I believe that's a thing. I find that all things considered, this thing kind of likes fourth gear. I don't know why. Might have to do with the harmonics of everything, the belt, the transmission, the engine. But like I said, after you've ridden with a manual transmission for a while, all this stuff I'm talking about is second nature. And quite frankly, you're not thinking about it. So what's going to happen is whatever habits you have developed what you started is what's going to stick with you until you literally try to change it. You were used to shifting like bang, 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 bang. You know, like you're getting on the highway, and by the time you got to the off the ramp or off the entrance ramp onto the highway. Okay, Siri, thank you. Of course you don't know. For some reason the phone thought I was talking to her. Yeah, so if you have the habit of banging through all your gears when you're getting on the highway, so now you're on the highway and you're in 6th gear, that's just how you're going to be. I think that you're just always going to be in the highest gear possible, at the lowest RPMs possible. I could be wrong. Now, granted, if you came from maybe I'll say a racing background or something to that effect, where all your decisions were very calculated and precise, you're probably more attuned to what was the best gear for whatever you're doing. Like I said, I think it comes down to training and habits. But for me personally, I don't look anymore. I don't care. I ride this by feel. I kind of feel where it's supposed to be, and I go with it. Yeah, these ruts right here are the worst. Sorry, guys. Not talking. I'm concentrating too much on getting through this. Yeah. I mean, it would be great if I had the wherewithal to do research and stuff for you guys and tell you, well, you should be in this gear because it uses the least amount of fuel and yeah. Not about that lifestyle, brother. You ride for fun. And if the price of gas is really weighing on your mind, this and my Ryker are the worst fuel economy of any open type vehicle. You're pissing away money driving these things. Their gas mileage comparatively sucks. So you just have to be kind of like, screw it all and just ride and fill up. Yeah, like I said, I have been trying to make this video for so long. And I don't want Rob to feel that I kind of, well, I'm putting out this video right after his. I was literally watching one of his videos, and I'm like, I would not be, if that was me, I'm driving through the Pine Barrens, I would not be at 3,200 RPM on that particular road. I would be at least at 4,000. You know, and then I say it's like at 20, then I say dropping down to 28. I say I would still be at 4,000 RPM. But even back further, because when I started, I was banging all the gears out, and then you know, then I changed. Don't know why, and I don't even know if I'm right. So probably should have said this all the way at the beginning, but. Give it a try. Try holding your gears longer than you normally do in any given situation. See if it feels better, worse, different. See if you have more power available to you. And then that's that. So, okay, well, listen, guys, thanks for coming along. I hope I don't have to do a voiceover. Hope you're able to see that. I tried to angle this down a little bit more, but so, all right. Well, if you made it this far, thank you. Like, subscribe, notifications, yada, yada, yada. And I'll see you in the next one. Huh. Should I get lunch? Or should I get a dog?